All right. Hello again, adventurers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Traversing the Veil. Yes, this is one of my homebrewed D&D games, and set in my weird, messed up homebrew campaign setting, and the people below me are the people that tolerate me just enough to show up. Um, yeah. Announcement events. Pretty soon, December is going to be here. I do this real cool thing called Daily December, where I make a video for every day of the month of December. This year, I've actually started prepping for it. I normally don't. It normally like December 1st comes around. I'm like, oh yeah, it's December, and I make a video and I kind of decide what I'm doing over the first few days of December. I've actually made plans this year. I'm not going to reveal them yet, but they're kind of cool, and I'm excited about them. And other people may or may not be excited about them. I'm not sure because my brain doesn't allow me to think that people are excited for me. Um,
I think
but but but
everyone's
but
excited for you.
but yeah, it's gonna be super cool. YouTube.com/TrainerJody. You should check it out. Otherwise, I'm excited about what we're gonna do because I made a cool looking map.
Ooh.
So I think it's time for us to return to traversing the veil.
I'm sorry, we're not even at 15 minutes and we're going to get into the game. What is this?
I know! It's wild. It's like we're all excited to play or something.
The party, after dealing with intrigue, cloak and daggers, and being fired upon in the city of Evia, they returned to Vox's Landing to get away from trouble and hopefully find some work. While they were there, Arai had an unfortunate interaction with one of the salesmen that are there. But after dealing with the repercussions of that, the party was hired on to travel to a fading isle. This is one of the largest fading isles that has been seen in centuries. And they need stout adventurers to go on, get rid of some of the local creatures that come up with the isle from beneath the veil. So the party decided that would be a good job for them to do. And now they simply need to decide where to go. So,
I think we've decided to our imminent deaths, but.
I mean, it's possible. So,
Ooh.
this, and I think I can even show it to the audience. Maybe I can't.
Ooh.
Nothing on stream.
I have like 7 different Microsoft. There we go. Okay. So, this is. Does somebody have my stream not muted? Anyway, so let's go back to here. This is the island that you guys are currently located on. If you see the on the far east side, that is that is the town, kind of your base of operations that you guys start in. And it's entirely up to you where you go. Obviously, you can see in the north, there's a forest with, a waterfall and all that stuff there. There's the mushroom forest that's a little bit south of that. And then a little bit to the southwest of that is a swamp with all those kind of weird looking trees. In the northwest corner, there is kind of a collection of tall crystalline growths. And then to the south, there are some large kind of rifts in the ground that are connected to caves that go beneath them in a large mountain. And then there's also just the plains kind of in the center there, all of which probably have denizens that you can hunt and bring back pieces of in order to get paid. So, the question I have for you: where do you guys want to go?
So we're already there.
I had a question because there was a group before us. There were 4 Herringons.
Mm-hmm.
Where did they go off into?
They headed off towards the north.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I
they
forgot
seem
we
to be
did
heading,
already talk.
They seem to be heading towards the forest. No,
I forgot
go ahead.
we did talk.
Mm-hmm.
I just having a brain fart.
Go ahead.
Just so you know, it's not showing up on the stream.
It was for a second there. I can do it again. Boom, and there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's wait for it to show up. See, look how pretty it is.
Yeah.
And then
Very pretty.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
and we go boom, and we go back.
Oh, okay. I see. It's like that magic.
Yes, I have magical powers, also known as I created a scene on OBS. So the other thing that's nice about this, if you guys use the measuring tool, basically for every 10 feet of movement that it says in there, that will take you roughly about an hour's journey. So this is to give a little bit of scale, because this is a remarkably large island. Wherever you guys want to go, you can kind of time how long it's going to get there. On a regular day, you will generally travel about 8 hours of the day, and you can push it for as much as 12 hours, but anything beyond that, and you start having to deal with exhaustion. You can also go at what's called a forced march, which means you basically move at double time, but that's another thing that requires the party rolling to stave off ways of exhaustion. So, that being said, why don't the characters kind of talk amongst themselves about where they think they want to go to find creatures?
Well, my first bet would be going towards the water.
It sounds like a good plan to, because there's a new spell I've been wanting to try out.
Oh, do tell.
Well, my only concern is we know a group's already in the forest. We are one of the. I think we're the second party here. They're still the other ships are still docking.
Mm-hmm.
We can either go for the forest and hope we don't run into another group and have competition. We could go a little bit farther out. Since the island's fairly new, we might go a little farther out west. And then that way, if we decide we want to go back, or we can go into the forest on the way back.
And
we would have first dibs on the mushroom area.
Well, that is true.
And the forest is large enough that, again, 10 feet on the map takes an hour to travel. So if you went to a different part of the forest, there's very little chance that you'd meet another party on accident.
We also work our way there that way.
Best things are normally hidden underground.
You've never heard of chuds, have you?
No, what's that?
As you guys are kind of discussing things, you can see out of one of the tents another group of adventurers comes out. This one is relatively large. It looks to be almost a dozen people, and they're various mixes of a few different genasi. There's 3 air genasi, 2 fire genasi, and an earth genasi, a pair of Aarakocra, and a Goliath, and then an Eladrin as well.
Ooh.
Lots of Eladrins.
Hmm.
More than I anticipated.
Oh, this little settlement's getting flashier by the second.
As they as they're moving, they kind of just push past you without saying anything. Since you guys are kind of near the entrance, and they're a large group, that they just kind of push past you, don't even acknowledge you.
Rude.
Quiet.
Do we see the direction that they're heading?
As soon as they get outside the gate, you watch one of them kind of holster their bow on their back, and then you watch them kind of wave their hands, and they start to kind of shimmer, and they start becoming more difficult to kind of see, and as they walk away, you can't tell what direction they went.
Oh.
Invisible.
You would all recognize a pass without a trace spell.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they certainly are up to something.
Mm,
Or maybe they're just taking good tactics for hunting.
true.
Speaking of which, does anyone have anything they need to do beforehand to prepare for a little sojourn? Need to buff up. Any needs to give themselves a little edge?
I'm-
Not
I don't really have anything for myself.
same.
I'm doing quite fine. I think we're good to go.
Mm.
To the mushrooms?
Mm,
Want to go in the forest and work our way to the mushrooms?
Well, considering how big this place is, if we go to the forest, even if there's someone else there, very unlikely chance we'll run into them. Although, it will take longer, because instead of just beelining, we're basically just going to go in an arch.
yeah.
Beeline or more activity?
Activity.
Activity it is.
Okay.
All right.
You guys really want Arai making the decision?
Uh,
I kind of posted a similar thing, so
Okay.
if Arai wants to think he's in charge, that would be in Arai's character.
Yes.
All right. So, as you guys are going, who wants to kind of lead the party? Because while you can kind of see things in the distance, finding kind of an accurate path there will require someone using you effectively have an extremely rudimentary map. Because again, people just got here, and so they've kind of etched the outline of the part of the island that is above the veil right now. As you can see, the southwest corner is still beneath the veil. So who wants to give me a marching order? Let's go that way.
I'll go first. I'm used to unknown terrains.
All right.
I'll go second.
Oh, third.
Okay.
All right.
Does anyone have survival?
Yes.
Nope.
All right. Why don't you give me a survival check?
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. I can probably
22.
22, 22
Nice.
is nice. So, you guys start heading off. As you get further and further away from the city, you start to kind of marvel at the island itself. The plane that you're currently on technically has kind of grass on it, but describing it as grass is kind of a very, very loose interpretation of the word grass. It has a strange, almost kind of mold-ish color to it, and it does have individual blades. But the blades themselves actually tend to follow kind of geometric shapes as opposed to your kind of more standard shape of grass where it's kind of just long and pointy. And so as you guys walk over it, it's relatively soft like grass should be, but it's just kind of just that one step off of normal.
Oh, fun.
I had a question.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, Allie is barefoot, so this is very interesting to her.
Smegwick, you said you had a question?
Smegwick has a bit of a past going between different kingdoms, so to speak. Is any of this familiar to him, or is this like totally
remarkably
alien?
enough, no. The Feywild is known for having kind of a more fantastical environment than the sovereignty. What's kind of typical in the Feywild tends to be kind of odd colors and things like that, and brighter colors. Everything just is more in the Feywild.
Yeah.
Whereas these are they look and they feel alien to you.
So more alien. Okay.
The color, like I said, the color is not. I mean, it's still greenish. It's not the right color for grass, but it's still a version of green. But it's just these weird, again, geometric shapes that again seem to be almost random. Like it's not. They're all triangular or they're all octagonal or something like that. Like the same quote unquote blade of this grass will have triangular parts and then octagonal and pentagonal and all these things, and it looks like somebody's math homework that they forgot about. So it's very bizarre. As you guys
One
are
of
going,
those shape puzzles that they just sort of threw on the floor and
Yeah,
then
kind
tried
of.
to grow.
Decided to play Fed. Did you pick up with it?
Yeah.
Tiny fractals on the ground.
why don't everybody give me a
Oh no.
perception check?
Oh God.
Ah!
We'll start with Owie. What'd you get?
0.
Impressive, Smegwick.
Real quick, I'm just checking one thing for both myself. Smegwick got a 21,
Okay.
and Spitwits got a 7.
Okay. I'll say, kind of going forward, as long as there is kind of room for Spitwick to scout ahead, you can just roll all of your perception checks as if Spitwick is helping you. So you have advantage basically on your perception checks.
Alright, well,
Basically, as long as you're above ground. Arai,
15.
15, cool. And then Reggie,
9.
9, cool. So, Aoi, you are still very much preoccupied with just, especially since you're barefoot, with just how weird the grass feels as you step on it. Like none of it's sharp or anything. It's not like you're standing on thistles or anything. But every time you kind of step on it, you can feel the impressions of the different shapes on your bare feet, and it just feels weird. Every step you take, you're just like, this isn't right. And so you don't notice what everyone else notices rather quickly. Smegwick, probably the first one. You see 3 massive creatures
Oh.
pretty far away at this point. You're probably at least 20 or 30 minutes away from them, but they're so massive and the area you're in is relatively flat that you're able to see them from really, really far away. Two of them are quadrupedal and very, very long, and they have these large geometric plates sticking out of their back, going all the way down their back, going down their tail as well, and then ending with some kind of spikes at their tail. And then the other one is large, bipedal, with two kind of shorter arms and a very large head with a huge mouth full of teeth. And they seem to be kind of battling amongst themselves as the larger creature seems to be trying to eat the other two creatures.
Oh, okay. So like one large on two smaller.
They're all really, really large. But yeah, the big bipedal one looks to be attacking the two slightly smaller. They would still be considered large creatures.
Yeah.
So, seeing that it's very much kind of off the path that you guys are going right now. You're taking kind of a northwestern approach, and this is to the southwest.
Nope.
Well,
Don't want to get entangled in that.
true, but if true, but if they're all fighting and we get up there, we just have to bring proof back. We don't have to actually do the kill ourselves.
True. So do we just sit here and wait until one dies?
Oh no, I was suggesting like, well, we could do that, or by the time we get up there, take positions up. Maybe we start like, do we want to like take out the big guy? Do we want like the bigger guy, the predator? I think if we are gonna like, my vote actually would be going for him, since he seems to be more of the predator in the situation.
Well, hopefully, if it's like any other predator, once it starts its meal, it's gonna not want to move away from a guaranteed meal and try to chase after anything else.
And about where were they in the map in comparison to us?
So you guys are roughly, at this point, you guys are, helps if I have the right thing. You guys are roughly about here, and so they're a little bit more down this way. So they're a little bit closer to kind of the middle of the plains.
It also gives us a chance to figure, to like inspect some of the local animals here. On top of, if we collect anything.
Hmm. Could we possibly spend our dear little friend Spitwit to get a bird's eye view of our surroundings?
I can send him up. That's pretty much going to be. I'll see if he sees anything else.
I'll leave it up to you. He's your little companion.
And like, all right, go get a. Do we want to start like inching forward as like I send Spitwit up, or are we just staying still?
No, I say we keep moving.
Yeah, they're a ways away from us, so it wouldn't hurt to at least start moving in that direction.
Okay.
They're about almost an hour away.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send Spitwit up.
Okay. So Spickwick kind of gets as high as he can without getting far enough away that he can't keep fairly regular contact. So a little bit past the 100-foot mark, but he can fly back in and out. You guys start heading over there.
He can also just always report back if he wants to like zip out back.
Mm-hmm. And so as you guys are kind of heading towards them, Spitwick keeps kind of coming back and giving you a little bit better pictures of them, and you start getting a better idea of what these creatures actually look like. The larger one looks remarkably similar to a creature you've heard described in from the prime material plane, called a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but instead of it being kind of this like brownish gray kind of lizard looking thing, this has kind of strange white fur with purple tips on it. That goes mostly down its torso and then kind of along the tip of its tail, and then the rest of it has these kind of emerald green, almost like a carapace or kind of insectoid-looking shell that goes around the rest of it. And then the two smaller creatures are again similar to a creature called a Stegosaurus from the prime material plane. But again, the plates on its back are again just random geometric shapes, and they are mostly translucent and a kind of electric violet, while the rest of the creature is a more kind of bright neon green with various lines of a bright kind of electric blue going along its skin, and it is the skin itself again is fairly chitinous.
I was just being a troll when I was whistling the Jurassic Park theme like 5 minutes ago. I didn't expect this to be actually a thing.
Yeah, there are dinosaurs in the monster manual, and when I was designing
Yep.
encounters, I'm like, oh, they're gonna find dinos.
Yeah,
As you were describing them, I was thinking of the scene, I think it's in Meet the Robinsons, where the T-Rex is leaning against the building trying to get the kid, and he's like, my head is so big, but my arms are so... Exactly.
Big head and little arms. I don't think this plan was very well thought of.
Yeah.
So, over the next like 20 minutes, you guys get closer to it, and you see that the tide of the battle is starting to shift. For most of this remarkably long fight that they're having, the creatures will kind of engage for like, a few minutes, and then they'll start kind of retreating back, and the Stegosauruses will be retreating back a little bit more. But for whatever reason, the Stegosauruses seem to have gotten tired of this game of cat and mouse, and they've just kind of booked it. And they're running directly at you guys, though as far as you can tell, they don't seem to be aiming for you. This just seems to be the direction they've decided to flee, and the T-Rex is chasing after them.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
They're moving faster than us. I don't think we're kind of committed now. I definitely want to get out of the direction of the stampede. If this is like, if they look like they're going to bowl us over.
there anything around us
they
that can give us
don't
cover?
seem to be slowing down as they get nearer to you. You think within the next like 5 minutes, where you currently are standing will be much flatter.
Does it look like they're going to go in a straight line if we divert from their path?
As far as you can tell, it's hard to kind of predict what the creatures are going to do because you've never seen creatures like this before. But they're currently running in a relatively straight line.
Okay, if they're running at us, just go to a side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in perpendicular.
Yes, of course.
So as you guys kind of circle around, you watch as the two Stegosauruses kind of modify their direction at first and seem to be kind of following you, and then they modify again and they seem to be going in the opposite direction. But the large T-Rex kind of follows them at first, and then as they start to peel off, it doesn't, and it seems to have seen you and is now kind of running towards you.
Why?
Oh God.
Why
Because they're
not?
They're outpacing him, that's why. Oh, get ready.
Hey.
Do not like this.
Spitty, fly high.
Distract him while we run. I mean,
Why don't you all roll me some initiative.
All right.
God damn it.
Better than that one earlier.
Why did it roll that?
Don't worry. I
advantage
just
on
rolled
initiative.
initiative for my creatures, and apparently the dice know I was rolling. So let us start with Owie. Do you have an initiative for me?
13.
Okay. Smegwick.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Reggie
16.
and Arai.
15.
All right. You will be happy to know the fastest initiative I rolled was for the Stegosauruses that aren't fighting you at a 6.
Yay!
So we're
Thank you,
going
Stegosaurus.
to we're going to start off with Smegwick.
Okay. How far off is the T-Rex?
We'll say at this point it's about 100 feet by the time initiative is rolled.
Okay, so initiative rolled. So
We're gonna
Perhaps.
do theater of the mind because making a bunch of battle maps.
No,
of
I
this
understand.
is not fun for me.
I'm sorry. So it's 100 feet off right now.
When combat starts, it is 100 feet. So this is
Okay.
combat starts, so it's right now at 100 feet.
Okay. Unfortunately, even if I run, I will. Yeah, I'm going to move up 30 feet.
Okay.
It's charging at us. So really, the only thing I can do right now, because I'm sure by the time it paces at us, actually, you know what? I'm guessing this thing can probably book it. I'm going to hang back. I'm just going to start from where I am, because this thing's probably going to book it fast enough. It'll be in my range. I'm going to hold my action to cast Fairy Fire on it when it gets into range.
All right. So you guys watch as Smegwick kind of goes back. You watch as he starts to kind of grow this purple flame in his hand that he seems to be
Yummy.
kind of cultivating. Reggie, what do you want to do?
Okay, quick question. When we were originally watching the Stegosauruses run off from the T-Rex, were they making any kind of noises?
They were far enough away that you couldn't tell.
I was thinking about using minor illusion to maybe make it sound like a wounded Stegosaurus, like off to the side or something, to kind of maybe give us a moment.
It's a great idea. You just haven't heard what a wounded Stegosaurus sounds like.
I mean, if you've heard a wounded animal in general.
Yeah.
That is true.
Or person. Doesn't have to be an animal. Something wounded.
Oh God, my delicious blood, it's everywhere!
There you go. Go!
Oh no, and I just bathed in rosemary, thyme, and garlic.
All right. Actually, you know what? I'm still gonna try and take a chance with this. I'm gonna cast minor illusion.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Hold on. How far away is the T-Rex from us right now?
100
Currently
feet.
100.
At 100 feet.
It's not gonna work. My maximum range for minor illusion is only 30 feet, so he won't hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. That is a... Okay, so that's a normal action. Ah, jeez. Yeah, I can't do much unless he's within range, so unfortunately I'm gonna knock an arrow into my short bow, and I think I'm just gonna get ready until it gets in range, and
Okay.
that's really about all I can do right now.
Oh,
So
I mean, if you got a bardic inspiration, you can always do that too.
oh, that is true. I keep on forgetting I'm a bard when I've done more like rogue stuff lately. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna give bardic inspiration to Smegwick.
Okay, what is that?
Let's see, 1d8.
D8. Okay.
All right. So Reggie whispered some words of encouragement towards Smegwick. Arai, what would you like to do?
You can do it, Snagwick. I am going to.
That's a riot whispering in his ear. Like, get away! Focus! Focus!
I can almost see Arai just kind of like creeping up behind and like slipping your arms and giving him like a back hug. He's like, you can do it.
Not a row, I'm a rye.
Oh, sorry.
There's a difference.
A row would do that. Oh.
It turns into the stereotypical prom shot.
Oh, we're both like...
Awkward arm angles.
Looking right up at... Smegwick's looking right up at the T-Rex.
Exactly.
That's what's actually in the eye line of all the prom. Just...
That is the look. Alright,
So after getting your prom picks done,
yes. I'm gonna take out a javelin and try and throw it at its ankle.
okay.
how
I
accurate
don't
I can be.
think. I think even at
Maximum
long
of
range, I don't think a javelin can go 100 feet.
Has a
down.
max range of 120.
120. Ignore what I'm saying. Go
Okay.
make an attack roll with disadvantage since it's long range.
Okay. How do I do that on this page? I don't, because that's
right-click.
inventory.
No.
Thank you, though. Let's see. All right. 14.
14 hits. So you guys watch as Arai starts. Well, how do you envision Arai kind of getting ready for this pretty long range attack?
He just sort of takes out a javelin and starts spinning it in his hand before he just like launches it like it looks like it's super easy for him, like it's nothing.
So yeah, Arai starts walking forward. You see him pull a javelin out of somewhere. You have no idea where it came from. Then you see him just kind of like balancing on his hands and kind of flips. He kind of moves it around his neck a little bit, gets it around the back of his hand, and then just very casually kind of flips it around. It goes boom, and you watch it go, and it lands directly in the relatively large claws of the T-Rex. Go ahead and roll damage, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
T-Rex kind of, and you watch it slightly course correct towards Arai.
9.
9 points of damage.
And then I'm also going to. Oh wait.
Oh god, that's your mod. Oh god, Araya is strong. Shit. We made
Yes,
a right call with a T. Oh shit.
Array is strong. Yeah, you did.
The barbarian is strong.
Strong?
That's
What?
that's pretty strong though.
So I do want to run, sort of away from my party.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna put my token on, if that works.
That's fine.
Wow, I'm huge! Even as a ride. Yeah, so I'm imagining the rest of the party is sort of in this general area, so I'm just gonna have him move like a little bit closer towards the forest. So since he looks like he's veering towards me, probably
Okay.
about
So you're
25.
effectively trying to kind of lead the T-Rex away. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Next up is going to be Owie. What do you want to do, Owie?
Okay, I'm going to try to spread out from everyone else and fire a couple of eldritch blasts at it as I'm running.
Okay. So you watch as Owie kind of draws her sword and just starts kind of running. And as she goes, she kind of points the sword, and you see from the tip of the sword just a couple blasts of eldritch energy. What color would you say your eldritch blasts are?
I'd say maybe light purple.
Light purple. Okay, so you see these kind of light purple little bolts firing off, akin to like Link shooting his sword in that old cartoon. Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
Okay. Oh, that's better. 17. Oh, wait, 18.
18 hits. And go ahead and roll your other one real quick. It has enough
Okay.
hit points. I sincerely doubt you're going to kill it.
Oh, that's even higher, dirty 20.
Not bad at all. Go ahead and give me your damage for both of them. Both of them hit.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Automod has held a message for a reason. Bullying. Jax, using the word ugly, you are bullying this T-Rex that's trying to eat you.
Totally am.
That is hilarious.
Thank you, Automod.
So I got 10 to 4, so 14 total.
14, cool. It is less than thrilled about getting hit. So as they both kind of hit it, they hit the kind of more chitinous areas of it, and you watch as they kind of crack slightly, but other than that, don't seem to show a ton of damage. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope. I'm just gonna try and surround it.
Okay. The T-Rex is slightly confused, but since you just shot light at it and the other one threw something sharp at it, it's still going to go towards Jax. So you watch as this thing kind of barrels down and it kind of tilts its head down and it just starts running directly at Jax.
Right.
Doesn't have enough movement to get to Jax.
Is it within
Alright.
range of my spell?
It will, after it finishes its first movement.
Okay.
So go ahead and take your shot, and it would be in range of your arrows, Reggie, as well.
Perfect.
So I'm going to let Smegwick go first, because I think... or no, technically, I think the Sharpo has a slightly longer range than Fairy Fire.
My range is 60. What's Reggie's short crossbow? Is it a short bow or crossbow? What is it?
It's a short bow, and it is 80.
Okay.
So yeah, so Reggie would shoot first.
All right. Okay, so I'm shooting first, but who is the T-Rex like attacking at this moment?
It's
Arai?
not technically
Or
attacking,
Jax?
but it's going right for Arai.
All right.
Okay, so since it's focused on Arai right now, would I also get sneak attack?
No, it's not close enough. It needs to be within 5 feet, and it's still about 50 feet away from Arai.
I don't think you're not the type of rogue that gets sneak attack if you get it before the enemy, are you?
No.
Okay.
No, it just has to be within 5 feet. Okay, so just a normal
Yep.
everyday attack. Okay, so dirty 20.
30-20. Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
7 points.
All right. So you, as you shoot it, you find a spot with a little bit of fur that kind of sticks into the fur. The T-Rex again kind of cries out in pain, but it has picked its target. It doesn't seem to be deviating. As it gets a little bit closer, what's the save that it rolls?
Dexterity 17.
T-Rexes have a dexterity of 10, so this should be good. Well, that was a 12. So as it goes, you watch as Smegwick, as the purple flame that he's been kind of growing in his hand, he fires it, and this huge kind of wave of flame hits. And as it hits the T-Rex doesn't seem to feel it at all.
It gets covered in purple and green glitter.
Now the kind of strange white and purple fur is now accented with this purple and green flame that seems to be dancing all over it. Back to the top. We go back to Smegwick right after doing that. Before that happens, the T-Rex bears down again and just keeps running directly at Arai, and eventually gets right up to Arai and just goes, but had to use its action to dash, so it has nothing else it can do. Smegwick, what do you want to do?
Okay.
However, it covered 100 feet in in 6 seconds, folks.
Yep.
They are big.
So-
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's just unload this on this big bastard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 sorcery points, and I'm going to chuck a chromatic orb
Okay.
at him first, because I'm going to turn that into a bonus action. And I'm going to get advantage on this.
FYI, as long as the fairy fire is on, all attack rolls against it have advantage. Remember that, because I won't.
Yep. Write it down, jot it down, whatever you got to do. And I'll take it. I'll just make it fire. So it'll be 16 on the chromatic. I believe that's it. That hits, right?
Yes, that definitely hits.
Okay, 3d8. Yeah, it's mid. So that's 10 points of fire damage. And then
I'm like, I didn't check to see if this has any resistance. It's a T-Rex. It doesn't have any resistances. It's the
Yeah.
teeth of the resistance.
And then because I did that a bonus action, my cantrip for Eldritch Blast, I get 2 of those. Advantage. First Eldritch Blast. It's 27 on that one.
That one misses.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do the second one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 23 for the second one.
Both of those hit. Yeah, go and roll damage.
First blast. That's 11. Second blast. That's 14.
25, if my math is right. 11 and 14 is 25, right?
Yep, 25.
Thank you. All right. As
You just saw Smegwood just unleash holy hell on this thing.
So you guys watch as Smegwood kind of comes closer. You watch as he, again, kind of forms a shape in his hand and it turns into this perfect sphere of fire that he just kind of fires at this thing, and it goes and it hits again the fur, and you can watch as the fur gets just scorched. And then just as quickly he got to twist his hand and 2 more bolts of eldritch power fly out and smack 2 other places on the chitinous armor, again putting little dents and scratches in it, but still the creature seems pretty okay.
Oh good, I pissed it off. Someone else pissed it off more.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'm backing away.
Okay.
Good call.
Reggie, what do you want to do?
Okay, so I tried shooting at it. That didn't really seem to do all that much. God, what do I have? Okay, say again, just so I'm on the same page. It's right there. It's like within
Because
our group.
Because Arai led it away, it's roughly about 30 feet away from you. Because I assumed she used or 40 feet actually, because Arai has 40 feet of movement.
Oh!
So it's 40 feet away from you.
Okay, then now that... Oh, crap, 40 feet. Never mind. It won't work. I was going to try the minor illusion again, but I still need 30 feet for that.
You have a
You can
movement
move.
of 30.
Oh my god. Oh, jeez.
So you can move 10
Like
feet.
10?
Yes, and then you can move 20 feet back after that's done.
Okay, then that...
You could use that movement however you want.
Okay, that's exactly what I'm actually going to do then. I'm going to move 10 feet, get that 30-foot range.
Okay?
Now, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to make it sound like... Well, actually, no, hold on. This... A very niche detail on how Minor Illusion works, or a question I have about how Minor Illusion works. Say that I want to make something sound... I don't want the source of the sound to be so far away that it's outside my range, but I want the sound itself to sound like it might be far away. Could I do that?
Effectively, minor illusion can effectively be used like throwing your voice with magic. So if you've ever watched like a Jeff Dunham special, he can make it sound like the puppets are in his trunk talking to him. It's a skill that you can learn with your. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you roll a performance check to see how good you are at kind of creating this.
Okay, so performance check. That is a 29.
Yeah, you have no
Nice.
problem
You
kinda
fail.
creating this illusion that it's close enough for the creature to hear, but
But I want to make it. I want to make the sound itself sound like it's coming from like the complete opposite direction of
Sure.
where we are. So basically, like Reggie just kind of hunks down, puts its hands to his mouth, and he goes.
Alright, looks at his stomach.
did I
What does it sound? What does a wounded sound of a creature covered in barbecue sauce sound like?
So,
Oh, am I so delicious?
as you do that, as far as you can tell, it had to have heard it. However, it seems relatively focused on Arai right now, so it doesn't seem to have changed its direction or anything like that.
Fine. Yeah, there is. Okay, so I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to back away. Clearly, how that idea failed. And for my bonus action, I'm just gonna shoot with my short bow.
You can't shoot a short bow as a bonus
Oh,
action.
damn it, that's right. Okay, never mind. Then I don't have anything.
Okay.
So I think I'm done.
That's absolutely fine. Moving on. Arai, there is a very large, bad-breathed T-Rex in front of you. White with purple tips on the fur and kind of this weird chitinous armor. And it's on fire, but doesn't seem to mind.
Rai is very tempted to pet it, but knows better somewhere in his head. So I'm gonna rage. And
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, I don't think we saw Arai rage the first time we saw Arai fight, did we?
No,
so
we
as you
didn't.
rage, describe what happens to Arai as she rages. Sorry.
There's a magical effect that he gets. So a bolt of lightning is gonna shoot from my chest, and they have to make it has to make a saving throw.
What kind of
Or
saving
take
throw?
damage. Constitution.
Constitution. Oh, Constitution it's actually good at.
Oh,
However, I rolled a 6, so that's a good total of 10.
perfect. So 1d6 of damage, and it's blinded until my turn.
Ooh.
Ooh! Alright,
Nice.
go ahead and roll a d6.
All right. Where are you, my friend?
Blinded's gonna make things interesting.
Oh no. Oh, there it is. So 4,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna attack him twice.
Alright,
With
so,
my
does Arai change physically as he rages or no?
Let's see. He's in summer right now.
Okay.
So he just starts glowing a bit brighter,
Okay.
looking a bit hotter, if that's possible for Arai.
So as you watch as Arai takes her very large pike out, you can see her start to grow a little bit strong, or you can see him start to glow a little bit stronger. You see this bolt. What color lightning do you fire?
Orange.
Orange. This bolt of orange lightning go up and smack the creature, and as it impacts the T-Rex, this blinding flash of light happens. All of you have to kind of cover your eyes. You see the T-Rex is sitting there kind of blinking. And as it blinks, Arai comes forward with his pike and
Goes smashy smashy.
Advantage.
Does a 20. Oh, thank you. Well, I still got a 23.
okay.
You get a crit.
Yay!
You can go ahead and make your second attack too, just to get all the math done at once.
Okay. Well,
And all of these are made advantage, by the way. So
where's my thing? Cool. So 6. So I guess a 23, and I crit.
Very nice.
Oh, I crit. Thank you. So 5 and 11.
Did it do crit damage, or did you roll regular?
I just rolled regular. Hold on.
And as a reminder, with the piercing fighting style, you add an additional crit die. So for your for your critical attack, just manually
critical.
roll 3d 3d10. I think it is for a pike.
Okay. I'm gonna do that manually then. Let's see.
There,
It's nasty.
I'm sure there's a way to make Roll20 do that for you. Or not Roll20. D&D Beyond do that for you. I do not know how. So.
Well, I mean, I know the number of dice thing, but yeah, there's no other. Because you also have to remember the rage damage as well. The rage bonus.
Yeah, I
right?
forgot my
Well,
rage damage.
Don't worry. This is your first attack. We'll deal with it. So
Okay,
first,
good.
let's get the dice. We'll get the dice
Okay.
done first, and then we can add rate damage.
Cool. So 16.
All right. Cool. So we did 16 damage. And what was the other attack that you did damage for?
It was 2 with my pike. And that one was just 5. That one was the non-crit.
Okay, so 5 damage and 16 turns to 21.
Plus rage.
Yeah, plus rage, which I believe is 3 at this point. Rage damage is 3.
I think so. That sounds right.
So that adds
Oops,
6 to
go away.
that. So it'd be 27 total, if my math is right.
Yeah.
All right. So as you come forward and you slam your pike into it at first, you see it kind of recoil. You pierce into the more chitinous part, and as you do, you kind of pull it off. You can see this kind of white, almost kind of thick, viscous liquid, almost like a pus come out as you pull it out. You kind of spin your spear to clean it off, go through and poke it in again and again, and it starts to ooze this white, viscous liquid.
Arai's gonna like just sort of swing his pike to get it off and like shudder, and then continue moving away from his party towards the forest, another 40 feet.
We didn't need an episode of D&D Pimple Popper.
I know!
If
Now that you mention that.
if you move away from the TX, it will get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, it will. That's right. No, I don't need to give it another attack.
Okay. Owie, what do you want to do?
Yarn, he's good. So,
You just realized that?
In our defense, we saw you do nothing but whiffs the first time you fought.
Yep.
I only got 2 attacks, though.
Alright. Let's take advantage of this. Seeing Magwake use Chromatic Orb, Bowie decides to do the same. I'll do this at first level.
Okay.
Alright.
So again, as Owie kind of draws her sword again, she starts kind of spinning it, and at the tip of the sword, you start seeing this orb forming.
14? Oh wait, I didn't roll my other die because I have advantage. That's not much better. 14.
14 is still a hit. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
damage, and what damage type are you using?
Lightning.
So this kind of ball of ball lightning kind of forms, and she again thrusts it forward, and you see this sphere go forward, and as it impacts, you watch as the lightning kind of dances over the
That's good.
creature. What do you got?
19 points of lightning damage.
Not bad at all. As the lightning goes around, you can see fur itself starts to kind of singe, and you can start seeing burn marks where the fur is. The chitinous armor is starting to crack and kind of ooze everywhere that it's getting damaged. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. So the interesting thing about T-Rexes is they have multi-attack, but they can't attack. Can't make both attacks against the same target.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
it's going to take a big old chomp at Arai.
But can it see me? No, it can't.
It can't see you, so it's rolling with disadvantage. However, I don't think it matters because my first roll was a 3.
Totally hits. Totally hits.
So grand total first attack is a 13.
Does not hit.
Okay. So as it comes down, it kind of chomps on you, and Arai just kind of kicks back and watches it get a big mouthful of dirt. You see it, you see it swing its massive tail around, trying to hit a target that isn't there. That's the end of its turn. Smegwick. This is supposed to be a hard encounter.
And it will be. That's why we want to. That's why we want to take care of this thing as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, I don't have so many tricks in the bag. I want to hold off on my. Screw it. Let's go ahead and do it. I got 2 more. And that another sorcery point, another chromatic orb. Advantage. Another fire. Kill me away, Smiley. Yep, 26 to hit.
Definitely hits. Damage.
Uh, 13 damage.
Okay. And the damage type?
Fire.
Fire again. So again, another kind of ball of fire. He throws it off as it impacts. Again, it burns more. You're starting to see kind of burn marks where the fur no longer is because it's losing a lot of its fur from all the damage.
And 2 Eldritch Blasts.
All right, go ahead and make your attack rolls.
Dirty 20 on the first.
Okay.
And 21 on the second.
Both hit. Roll damage.
Boop. 14. And 7.
All right. Claim your kill.
Hey!
Describe how you kill this creature.
Like, yeah, God! 1 blast goes right beside its head, knocks it there. 2 more blasts, coming at ya! And just as its mouth opens up, 2 Eldritch Blasts right down the gullet,
Okay.
Nice.
through the back of its head.
So, Smegwick conjures his ball of fire, and as he hits it, it knocks the creature. You watch the creature kind of fall, and it turns towards where it just got hit. It goes, "Rah!" Lets out this huge roar, and as it does, Smegwick just kind of turns towards it, goes, "Poof, poof." And both of them kind of go into the mouth, and you watch the top of the head get jerked back, and you can see kind of tears along the jawline as it's taken and taken back fully, and the creature just kind of collapses as the rest of its chitinous armor kind of crunches under its own weight.
So maybe just leans back, 2 hands smoldering.
Nice whack.
Golf clap.
With that,
I was going to check
Thank
and
you.
make sure that nothing got splattered on him because that was a messy end.
it seems that when Smegwick hit it, because it kind of changed directions, he kind of hit it away from you. So you seem
Okay.
to be clear.
Clean.
As you guys kind of look around the 2 Stegosauri, the plural of Stegosaurus, continue to kind of run away. And
Stegos.
yet again taken another kind of course correction as they're running now to the kind of southeast, so that their eventual path won't take them anywhere near the camp.
How far away from us are they?
At this point, they're a few hundred feet, probably
Okay.
500-600.
Okay.
Okay, let's get some proof out of this thing, shall we?
I think it's high time indeed.
And anyone who wants to like take any other parts for it while we're here.
I'm taking a tooth.
Me too.
Oh hell
As you
yeah!
guys start looking for proof from it, you realize that this creature is mostly insectoid. It
Oh.
has no internal skeleton. Um, the teeth themselves are basically the same kind of chitinous material that is around its body.
Ooh.
Does it look
Okay.
does it look tooth like what we would be claiming, or?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Mm.
it definitely looks like a tooth.
So one big one for proof. We can have little bits for the rest.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
How soft is the fur?
Most of the fur has been damaged at this
Oh.
point. If you want to make a survival check, though, you might be able to find some kind of undamaged fur.
Okay. I got a pretty number, 22.
All right. You are able to find a small amount of fur that isn't kind of covered in that kind of white goop that oozed out of it, and isn't singed. It feels kind of like what's it called? I can't remember what they're called anymore.
Mink.
We used to call them cattails.
Oh.
They're still cattails.
Are
Was
they?
it willow?
But it has a similar kind of feeling to that, just very kind of light and fluffy.
Only if your ears aren't there when I'm raging, Queen Venus. Try to poison me again, we'll see.
But yes, you do find probably enough that you can get like a good, because it's a really big creature. You can probably get like a 2 foot by 2 foot kind of clump, or maybe about a pound of this very kind of down adjacent fur.
Okay. I'm gonna try and take some.
Howard?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually just checked and I'm right. Technically they are called pussy willows.
Pussy willows? Sounded about right. There it is,
Yeah, and I actually felt one a little while back. I got to when I was taking a hike through kind of a swamp-like area where there was these huge ones.
Mhm.
I got to pop one open and see all the little seeds.
They're interesting. Like we had them in our back, not technically in our backyard, but right behind our backyard. There was like a hill, and then the other side of the hill there was this just really big kind of wilderness area, and so we had cattails and we had like a whole little forest in our backyard. It's great when I was a kid. So yeah, your first hunt, you have your trophy that you're hoping is going to be enough to prove your kill. What else you guys want to do? You can continue kind of heading north towards the forest. Again, this did take you a little bit south, so if you want to just make a beeline towards the mushroom forest, you can do that as well. It's up to you guys.
How many hours? How many hours has it been again since we left the settlement?
At this point, it's only been a couple of hours.
Oh, I think we can. Oh, you go.
So
You
I was
want
just
some
like,
grilled T-Rex? Is that what you're thinking?
I was like, did we each get like a little fang or something, or?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, Arai got her fur, but there are lots of teeth. If everyone wants to take a
Yeah.
piece,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like
Everyone
one big one for proof, and then we like if we want to like grab one for ourselves.
So where do you guys want to go?
Yeah, I don't think this exoskeleton's gonna be good for eating.
Yeah,
It's probably
unfortunately,
high protein.
unfortunately, If anyone else does find this, they'll probably end up claiming a bit of this too for their kill. But we got our money; it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So we still heading towards the mushroom forest or the forest or?
Well, I figure that's still closest, so I figure we could probably still go that way if we're still inclined.
I'm inclined.
Yep. So as you guys continue going, you do hear some kind of large guttural sounds coming from the distance, but it's far enough off that you can't see the creature that's making it. But you do not think that is the only large beast that is prowling the plains. Eventually,
So-
you guys go ahead. All right.
Reggie, how
Yeah.
well did you hear the sound of the dying T-Rex or the angry T-Rex? Can you replicate that if needed?
Well, now that I actually witnessed a live performance, I think I can replicate this one mighty fine now.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you ask?
Never
Did you
fails.
hear that lovely roar?
I show you guys cool monsters and you find a way to turn it against me. In my other campaign, they found a T-Rex and one of their members learned the polymorph spell and used it to turn themselves into a T-Rex.
Yeah.
All right, so
Oh yeah, and Kata with a bit of luck, turned herself into an allosaur. She's really cool.
So as you guys keep going forward, did I spell it wrong? Forest. That's how you spell forest, right?
Forest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be why. I'm looking in the wrong place. Sorry. There we go. All right, so as you guys get to the forest itself, let's see if I've got the right music out here. That is the wrong forest. So as you guys get to the forest itself, you can see the trees themselves are relatively large, almost like sequoia-sized trees. These very, very large, massive trees that go up very, very tall. But near the forest floor where you guys are, there's various roots of different plants. There's shrubbery and things like that. And you can hear kind of the echo of animal calls throughout the trees themselves. You can see to the west, probably another hour or so, you can hear the sound, the very, very faint sound of the waterfall in the distance, and you know that there's a river in that rough direction. Or to the northwest, due west is going to take you closer to the mushroom forest. So, where you guys want to go? And then obviously north will take you to even more forest, and northeast will take you closer to where those heron went.
So the plan was to sort of go through the forest like this, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys, as you continue going, go ahead and make me another survival check, Arai, to kind of guide the group through the forest in the direction that you want to.
Oh, that one 7.
7. Okay. So as you guys are, excuse me, as you guys are going, Arai, you start to notice something kind of strange about this forest. As you're going through, you're kind of looking for the normal markers that you're used to uh, sorry. Um, the markers that you're used to using to kind of tell direction in that don't quite work the way you think they're supposed to. As you get closer to the tree, again, the trees are not technically made of wood, though they look very wood-like. As you get close to them, and you kind of touch them, they have almost like a mineral feel to them. And there is like moss and other things that grow on them, but they seem to grow at random places, as opposed to normally growing in a certain direction to help kind of orient yourself. And so as you're kind of leading the group through, you eventually realize that you've started crossing your tracks again.
Oops.
As that's happening, you hear in the distance a strange kind of howling sound, but it's unlike any beast you've ever heard before. It has the kind of high-pitched whine of a howl, but there's also kind of a gravelliness to it. Almost like someone was using maybe like a wolf call, but happened to be blowing through a cylinder of gravel before it even gets to the whistle. The strange thing about the sound is you can't tell which direction it came from. It seems to come from 3 different directions simultaneously.
Shall we all hear it? Do we all hear this, or just
Yes,
I?
all of you would have heard that.
I think we're surrounded.
Oh dear.
Well, it's at the exact same time, though. Unless maybe that is a tactic, something good to be using.
Could be.
Aww.
Well, let's just keep following and just stay sharp. Keep on the lookout.
Okay.
I do not like this place. Oh.
That's fine. As
Okay.
you continue to go, you again hear this sound of kind of gravelly howls, but they sound closer. And again, they come from 3 different directions. One of which is the direction you just came from. What would y'all like to do?
Walking, walking, walking.
Spitty. Fly high, go into one of the trees, stay behind us, see if something's following us behind.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything before we continue going?
I'm just gonna be on my guard.
Okay. Roll me a perception check for Spitwick with disadvantage.
Yeah, so that'll be 6.
Okay. So you're kind of keeping in contact with Spitwick. How many hit points does Spitwick have?
He's up in a tree. God dang it. 7. Yeah, 7.
Okay. What's the AC?
God dang it. 13. Is something up in the tree that's getting him? God dang it.
Yeah. You're in a forest with massive trees. Who would have thought creatures live in them? The last thing that
Son of a bitch!
you hear before you realize that it is Spitwick is no longer there, you see this kind of image that Spitwick sends to you very, very quickly of just large teeth and kind of mangy fur, and then Spitwick is gone.
Hey, Cruxney's looking like she might be able to join right now.
just totally messed up everything in my setup. If it happens, it happens. Yeah, of course. Sorry, I'm talking to someone that you guys can't see. Yeah, if you can hop in the Zoom, go for it.
Does that mean I get to be the DM if we accidentally mix up places?
Possible.
Love
Probably
everybody.
you will probably be like half the DM and half of someone else.
Yes.
Because the 4-person setup is a little bit different than the 5-person setup.
So while she's joining, that was a bad facial expression you made there, Smegward.
Oh, I do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure on something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case it's not too late. Spitwit does have keen senses, so wouldn't that make just a flat roll?
Someone else.
The 4-person setup is a little bit different than
Oh,
the 5.
Queen Venus, the audio is playing. We can hear. Okay.
I'm turning it off.
Sorry.
Right, sorry, I have to flip names
No problem.
around really quickly. Oh, please.
Bad.
Hi.
Your hair is really pretty.
Hey, Venus.
I work here.
It's very nice. All right, so technically that could have been a thing because it is a in general, because everything has already happened because of the rolls
Okay.
and that, I'm not gonna re-roll things for something that happened that long ago.
Okay.
But keep that in mind moving forward. You know your character sheet and your familiar's character sheet as well as you can. But the stealth check was pretty high anyways, so.
Okay. It would have been like, well, I probably would have beat it then.
And if it happens
it would've been
right
17.
right after the roll,
Yeah.
I'm fine with going, oh, I forgot this. But we're talking about something that happened like 5 minutes ago, and I've already resolved and everything.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm like, you know what? No. So, at this point, you guys notice that Crexney is finally done kind of tinkering with Ogun, and she seems
Hiding in.
present and ready. So yes, the last thing that you get is just this kind of image from Spitwick of teeth and kind of mangy gray fur. And then you feel Spitwick just kind of poof.
Son of a bitch!
Oh no! Don't tell me it happened again.
It was right behind us, so whatever it is sneaking up behind us.
Ah!
What would y'all like to do?
Fight.
Keep moving forward. I'm not sort of getting any sort of signal. Am I trying to ready?
What kind of signal would you be
Am I
getting?
hike?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Let's say the well. How does I'll let you decide. How does the pike normally warn you?
Glows orange.
Yes, it glows orange. Started
So while it's
vibrating.
not
It has
glowing-
like this Nokia ring.
It's not glowing orange right now. You can see the normal kind of slate gray color of the metal seems to be slightly more shifted in the red
Non-detect.
orange spectrum than it is the normal gray. It is.
So red hue.
Generally, the way that a weapon of warning works is effectively right before something bad happens, it lets you know so you can prepare, but not really too much before that. It's not kind of predicting something bad is going to happen. It lets you know when something bad is happening.
Okay. Cool.
Want to set up a trap, or do you want to keep moving?
Did he die on the floor?
He was in a tree.
I'm gonna put a trap in a tree.
No, it could be trapped behind
Which
us, though.
tree? True.
Or we could also
I
just
mean, it
lay a
wouldn't
trap.
hurt.
We could also just lay a trap out. I mean, just like a trap, as in like.
Trying to trap something.
Well,
You need
something
to
kind
go
of
to the
like
show,
going
get paid
on.
for it later.
You again hear the kind of howling sound, but this time all three howls come from in front of you, nothing from behind you.
Oh dear. I'm knocking an arrow and I'm aiming it.
Okay.
Yeah, Allie's prepping an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Right, he's gonna swing his spike really flat, or his pike really flashily behind him.
All right. Why don't everyone go ahead and roll for initiative for me?
Alright.
Oh, I forgot.
I don't
I
think
could do
any.
that stuff.
I think the bardic inspiration doesn't last that long. Does it like 10 minutes?
It's
Or
10
does it
minutes.
last, like,
So yeah,
10 minutes?
at this
Okay.
point, it'll be on.
Okay.
Wait, I forgot to log into my D&D Beyond. You said roll initiative. What do you say? Which one?
Initiative.
Initiative.
If you roll it in D&D Beyond, it actually imports it into the combat, which is cool.
14.
All right, Howie, what you got?
19.
All right. Smegwick,
14.
Reggie.
23.
Oh, man.
Destiny, you said 14, right?
Yes.
Arai?
21.
All right.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
Not bad at all. Reggie, you're going to be going first when everything happens. So, as you guys are sitting there kind of waiting for something, you hear, again, that kind of gravelly howl sound. And you see movement from in front of the party. And as you all kind of look there, nothing's there. Arai, your pike glows bright orange. And you instantly kind of get into a fighting stance as from behind you, three large strange-looking creatures appear. They look fairly kind of almost Vulpine in characteristics, but they have significantly more fur, and the face itself actually looks akin more towards like a goblin than it does any sort of kind of fox style thing. It has big fangs and tusks in the front. And you see a grand total of 3 behind you and 2 in front of you.
Oh crap!
Dear.
So Reg,
Arai's
you
just
wanna do
going to.
first?
Sorry.
And they're all within
Arai's
about-
just.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead. No.
They're all within about 30 feet of the party. And then Arai was going to. I kept
Nope,
cutting
it's
you
fine.
off.
Go for it. It's fine.
Okay.
Moving on.
Reggie, what do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm keeping my arrow knocked. I'm going to aim for one of the two that's in front of us. I'm going to hit the right one. I want to try and aim for, like, its face.
Go for it.
Okay. Ooh, 18?
18. Yes, 18 does. This is hit. Good roll. Did
Perfect.
damage.
5 points of piercing damage.
All right, so you guys
And-
watch as Reggie kind of knocks. Ari had an arrow knocked, and as soon as one kind of jumps down, he just kind of goes off, and it kind of strikes the creature in the shoulder. And the creature kind of reaches down, clamps onto the arrow, and just breaks it off, and spits the arrow, the shaft out.
Oh!
Oh!
Like
Kind
that.
of growls.
I'm gonna end my turn by giving bardic inspiration to Arai.
Take this.
So some words of wisdom to Arai.
Your hair looks great today.
Immediately after getting hit, the creature jumps forward and attempts to tackle Reggie because Reggie just shot him in the face.
Oh no.
So it first starts by trying to bite you, and it gets a 12 versus AC.
Misses.
Hey!
So as it comes down and you kind of get tackled by it, you kind of bring up your short bow and it kind of catches the short bow there and goes, ah! And then it brings one of its claws around and gets a natural 1. That's impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I have for those of you listening at home that just heard something very, very bizarre, on the dice I am using, if you roll a natural 1, it turns into a mimic and tries to bite you.
Oh,
So
use the mimic dice.
that was
So am
the
I.
strange sound.
Nice.
They roll like they're chonky dice in D&D Beyond. Like they
Yeah.
actually seem to land like they're chonkers.
Moving on. Arai. There is one of these creatures right next to Reggie. The rest are still around, circling the party at around 30 feet.
Perfect. Arai's gonna rage again.
Okay. What weird shit happens this time?
We will find out together. Let's see. So this time, what ends up happening is I am surrounded by multicolored protective lights.
Aw.
So I get a bonus 1 to AC.
Okay.
While they're in.
So you guys
And
watch
so
as-
does my allies gain as well.
Oh, everyone has a
Ah!
plus 1 to
Plus
AC.
1. Yep.
As you guys
What
start
was that?
hearing bum-ba-da-bum, bum, boom, bum-ba-doo, bum-ba-da-bum, bum. You can tell by the way I use my walk.
Arai just crouches down and hides.
Sounded disco to me.
Disco ball.
Ha, ha, ha.
I was looking at my character sheet. What do we get?
Plus 1 AC. Plus 1 to AC, yeah. So I was imagining it sort of being like when you're in the anime and the people start to shine.
Oh, okay. That works
Because they're
too.
beautiful. Just diamond
Ching.
sparkles. He smiles.
The
Total-
shonen.
Exactly.
Howard, you'll know. What's the name of the muscle dude in Full Metal Alchemist? What's his name?
Alex Louis
Louis
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Armstrong. So the Armstrong thing. Yes. Twinkle, 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 twinkle. Of course.
Yeah, total
Elric
for Sabat.
brothers, look at my muscles.
Shout out to Sabat.
So what else do you want to do other than sparkle?
I'm gonna attack them twice, so 21.
Definitely a hit.
Okay.
And
For
which one are you
8
attacking? Are you attacking the
and
one
11.
that?
The one that just tried to take a bite out of Reggie.
Okay.
So 15 for the first hit.
15 damage.
15 damage.
Thank you.
And then
Okay.
13 for the second AC.
That one misses. So as Arai, as you go forward with kind of this light gleaming from you, your first attack, you pierce the creature pretty easily. And as you go in, it kind of gets carried with the pike a little bit. It kind of rolls and pops back up to its feet. And goes, "Ah!" And you watch, and as you look at it, you can almost swear that it kind of changed shape for just the briefest moment. But whatever it changed shape into, you couldn't quite figure out because it was just so fast. And then as you kind of come forward with another one, it grabs the pike in its teeth and kind of wrestles with you for a little bit as you take it back.
And that's all I can do, so that's all I will do.
All right. Owie! What do you want?
Okay, I'm going to fire Eldritch Blast, one at the one that Arai just attacked, and the other at one of the fresh ones
Okay.
in front of us.
All right, go ahead and make your attack rolls.
Alright. Oh, nice. 23.
That definitely hits. Go and roll damage.
2 points of force damage.
All right.
Oh, natural 20!
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead. That, for some odd reason, hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Oh, lovely. 2 and a 2, 4.
All right, so you guys watch as Aoi again kind of draws her sword, and as she kind of swings it towards one, you see this wave of force go, and it smacks it and does a little bit of damage, and then she kind of twirls it around, fires at another one, and it hits it kind of hard, and you watch the creature move back a little bit. Both of them are now kind of growling and grinding their teeth as they get ready to attack. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Good doggy. Nice doggy.
All right. The one that you just hit that's not attacking Reggie is going to...
I? Oh, yeah, I forgot there was one attacking Reggie as well.
Yeah. The one
I
that...
stabbed at the one attacking Reggie, so that was the one.
Yeah, she hit the one of the ones she hit was the one attacking Reggie, and then she hit one of the fresh ones. One of the fresh ones is going to go attack her.
Okay.
So it's going to start off with a bite. That is a 16.
Misses!
So as the creature kind of jumps up, you kind of bring your sword up, and you deflect the teeth as they come crunching at you. It brings one of its claws around to try and hit you, and it gets a 14 on that. I'm rolling. There are double-digit numbers on d20s, right? Like, they exist. So it takes this kind of attack at you, and you're able to kind of deflect both of them. The one next to it comes over towards Arai, since it went and poked one of its friends. Why did you do that? I don't want you to do that. And it's going to take a bite at Arai. 15 versus AC?
Meats.
Alright, so you take 9 piercing damage as it comes forward and just kind of clamps onto your arm and doesn't let go of it for a little bit. And then as it lets go, it comes back with a claw. Like it's a 23 to attack. And gets a 12 to 12 slashing damage. As it comes up and slashes at your stomach.
Alright. Ow.
There's...
Crixney, you're up next. What would you like to do?
All right. So I'm going. Where am I in relation to where these people are?
You guys are basically all within about 20, 30 feet of each other because you were surrounded.
Okay.
So everyone in combat right now is within about 20 feet.
Okay. Is there one that's closer to me, or am I by the Reggie? Doesn't matter.
Anyone that you want to be closer to you would be.
Sure. Okay. Well, whatever one's closest to me, I'm going to piss off and attack
Okay, go for it.
with my longsword.
All right. So you guys watch as Crexy pulls out her long sword. She starts going forward to slash at one of the creatures.
15.
15. As she slashes at the creature kind of jumps out of the way and kind of jumps over it, and she swings at nothing but air.
Fun. Can I use my second action, my bonus action for my crossbow?
You can. However, you have multi-attack, so you can make another longsword attack.
Oh, then yes, do it. Backhand. Okay. Yes. 25.
25 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
7.
7, okay. And then, yes, as your bonus action, because of your feet, you can go ahead and make a make an attack with your crossbow. Sorry. So you guys watch as Crexty runs forward. She. What was the roll?
9.
9. Cool. All right, so you watch as Crexy runs forward. She draws her longsword. She takes a swing. The first one, again, the creature just jumps over it. She very quickly brings it back, and you watch it slash. You watch it go across the mouth. You see this kind of deep blue blood start spewing from it. You sit there and aim your crossbow at it. As you fire, it again jumps back, and it hits nothing but air. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No.
Smegwick, what do you do?
Oh, okay. Are any of these creatures grouped up into 2 or 3 or more?
I would say the 3. How close do they need you to? How close do they need to be?
15-foot cube.
I'll say you can get at least 2 of them in a 15-foot cube right now.
Okay. Just make sure on that. I'm sorry. Each object in a 20-foot cube, if that matters at all.
I'll say you can get
yes,
the 3 that have already attacked. You can get that, but it will include allies as well. If you want to get all 3 of them.
Okay, so 2 if it's just 2 of them and not my allies.
Yeah, if you want to avoid allies, you can only get 2.
Okay, I will do that. I will get 2 of those. I will once again use sorcery points because I converted them while we were on the move.
Sure.
2 sorcery points, quicken spell, fairy fire, dexterity, 17 saving throw.
Cool. First one gets an 11. Second one gets a 21. So the one that is closest to the one that bit Reggie is now wreathed in purple flames.
Okay, and then cool. Then that one is the one I will Eldritch Blast on.
All right.
Advantage on that one. 26.
Definitely hits.
It's 14 points damage on that blast.
All right. As that blast hits the creature, again you see it kind of impact the ribs, and you see it start coughing up this kind of deep blue blood. But
So still stand.
upright. Mhm.
Okay, second shot. 14. 14 to hit.
14 does not hit. Sorry.
All right.
So the second shot, again, as it kind of coughs up blood, it sees this other Eldritch Blast coming, and it again kind of jumps to this as a side, and the blast hits nothing. Anything else you want to do?
I'm just going to try to position myself, align myself in the group if that matters at all. So like someone, like either arrive or someone else will be in a creature's shot. I don't know how surrounded we are.
Okay. Owie, make me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Oh, that can't be good. 13.
How much was it?
13.
13. You hear this kind of whisper in your ear, run away. And you feel kind of the terror kind of starting to consume you, and then you see the rest of your friends around you, and you're like, no, and you fight through the terror, and you recognize a suggestion spell,
Oh.
but you're not 100% certain where it came from. Because the only creatures around you can see are these wolves, and you've never met a wolf that can cast suggestion.
Hmm.
other one is going to go to Arai. And you see this large creature kind of come towards you, and it just kind of looks at you and it locks eyes with you, Arai. And I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
15.
15. So as it kind of locks eyes with you, you start looking at it and you start thinking, well, this thing looks really familiar. This looks like one of the pets I had when I was a kid. And you start becoming really, really attached to it, and you realize, no, I've never seen a creature like this in my entire life. And
They
you
have
could have
defiled the
sworn
vulpine form.
that this creature just cast a charm person spell on you.
Again.
But both of them wasted their turns because you guys made your saves. Reggie, what do you want to do?
All right, I am going to try and.
Aw, kitty.
Okay, still targeting one of the wolves in front of me. I am now going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
It automatically casts, just though I'm targeting the same wolf I shot. This wolf needs to make a wisdom saving throw of 16.
Ha! Exactly 16.
Aw.
First time it's made a save. So yeah, as you start to try and mock it, maybe it lost something in translation. You're not 100% sure.
Hey. Yeah, in the meantime, your cat seems to be using vicious mockery against you.
Okay.
I see your cat in the background. Kitty!
How long have you been there? Okay, so. For my bonus action, I'm gonna do Bardic Inspiration again, and I am gonna give it to. I'm gonna give it to Smegwick.
Okay. Thank you.
And that's it for my turn.
All right, so the creature that you attempted to mock is again going to try and take a bite out of a crime. In this case, Reggie. And that's actually a 22 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
It's a crime to look that good, Reggie.
Yepers. It's 18 points of piercing damage as it kind of sinks itself.
Okay.
Ow.
And then it's going to follow up by trying to claw you with a 20.
Jeez. Yep.
And that turns into 11 points of damage.
Oh, come on.
That ends that creature's turn. Arai, what would you like to do?
Brad's gonna look at the one that tried to charm it and attack it with his pike after yelling, "Bad puppy!"
Okay. It feigns ignorance.
19.
19 definitely hits.
Lovely. For 10 piercing.
All right. Your second attack?
On the way. 16.
Sorry, 16 misses.
Oh, okay.
That was my bad.
Sorry. I saw the nod, so I was like, it hit. Okay.
No, I was nodding, and then I actually looked at the armor class.
Oh, okay.
So, no, it did.
Then never mind.
Didn't miss. Or, didn't hit.
Didn't hit. So 10.
Cool. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No. That's.
All right. Moving on to Owie. What do you want to do?
Careful, guys. I think they may be using magic. So I'm going to. Let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry. He took 13 points of damage. I forgot to add my rage.
That you?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I'm going to use one of my second level slots and use Scorching Ray on the 3 that are within range.
Okay. They're all technically in range. The only one of these creatures that seems damaged is the one that's been kind of chomping on Reggie, and it looks real bad.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna fire one shot at that guy, and if it doesn't go down, I'll.
Sure thing.
Oh.
Go ahead and make your attack roll. And that one has the fairy fire on it, so you have advantage.
I'll look for it later. Oh, there it
I do believe it's the law that if a die rolls off the table, it must hide.
is. Yeah, I was hiding under the decimal.
At one time at a convention, I lost a die below the table. We literally had to get everybody to move their chairs away from the table and get down to find the die. Like, it just didn't matter what I did, I could not find it until we literally cleaned the area.
Okay, so that was 19.
19 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Good. 2, 6.
So you guys watch as Aoi again brings her sword out, and you watch as flames start erupting on the sword. She swings it once, and a single bolt of fire, ray of fire comes off of it. And
6 points of fire damage.
okay. Creature's still standing, but it's looking worse.
Okay, another shot.
Go for it.
Use your advantage.
Oh,
Yep, all of them are advantage.
On just this guy.
yeah, 23.
23 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage again.
1, 2, 3 points of fire.
All right, still holding on.
Okay, one last shot.
Go for it.
26.
Definitely hits. Roll damage again.
Slightly better, 4 points of fire.
All right. So, as you guys watch as Aoi kind of swings her sword 3 times, 3 rays of fire go off. The first one hits the creature, and you see it kind of howl, and it turns towards you, this blue blood kind of dripping out of its mouth. You hit it with a second shot, and it howls out. It jumps for Aoi, and she flips the last ray of fire, and it hits it right in the throat and burns a hole through it, and it just kind of lands as it oozes this dark blue blood dead.
Blah, 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 blah.
Bad
Nice.
doggy.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'm going to move over and try to protect Reggie in whatever way I can.
Okay.
She probably realizes he's looking pretty bad.
Well, he just got nommed on, so.
Nom, nom.
Two of the creatures, one of them is going to go towards Aoi after watching it kill its friend. 17 versus AC.
Nope.
And then the claw is 24 versus AC.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
Plus the 1 bonus.
Yeah, even with the +1 bonus, shield isn't gonna make a difference.
Okay. All right. So, the creature jumps up and tries to bite you, and again, you kind of slap it away with your sword. But it very quickly kind of turns around and, with one of its rear legs, kind of swipes at you, and it gets you right along your midsection. You take 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
The other one is going to try and nom on Arai real quick. So 13,
Does not hit.
and then it comes around with a claw for a 22.
That hits.
Okay. So, and I rolled a 1. You should take 5 points of slashing damage, but because you go raging, half that to 2. So it comes over, it tries to bite you, and again you just bop it on the nose. No, bad.
Bad.
It slashes at you, and it kind of gets your hand. You're like, ow!
So it's just
No.
for a water spray.
Crexy, you're up next.
All right. I'm fighting again.
Go for it.
All right. Let's try this again. Go. Oh, not the right one. Just kidding. Don't look at that one. 22.
22? 22 hits rolled. Did you roll
Now look at
damage
it.
first? Is that what you did?
She did.
Yes,
funny.
but don't look at that one. This is better.
10 points of damage? Is that what it was?
Yes. That's one.
All right. You have a second longsword attack.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Don't look at this one either. Pretend it didn't happen. It's just 10. I did.
All right, so the second longsword attack, you guys watch as Crexy comes up. She takes a swing and digs deep into one of the creatures. She pulls her sword back, and again, it's kind of dripping this deep blue blood. She takes another swing, and the creature dashes out of the way. Do you want to pop it with your crossbow?
Yes, I do. Maybe. Yes, I do. 18.
18 hits. Roll damage.
Yeah. 3. 3.
So, as you run forward, you kind of hit the creature. It misses, and then this time, as it starts jumping at you again, you just sit there, and it goes right in the head, and kind of
Now
shakes
he's
it off.
unicorn.
And the rest of you notice as the bolt kind of sticks in its head, you watch as the bolt just fades, because Crixie actually doesn't fire bolts; she fires little bits of light. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope. I do not.
Smegwick! What cool stuff do you want to do?
Oh, okay. Now, has that one attack Reggie still standing? Yes.
No, it's gone. It's
Okay.
dead.
That's gone. Okay, sorry. I'm looking all over the character sheet for Reggie's. I'm trying to look at the consensus on this. Can I quicken spell a cantrip?
Yeah. It's still a spell.
So does that mean I can quicken spell Eldritch Blast and then do Eldritch Blast again?
I specifically built a character I called my spell slinger that did exactly that.
Okay.
So if
Oh,
you
no.
want to rapid fire Eldritch Blast, go for
Yeah.
it.
We're gonna all duck. Just.
Alrighty. And whichever one, because I however many ones, or
If you just want to
the
aim for
one,
the
one
most
is
hurt.
one is attacking. I'm gonna go for the one attacking Owie.
Go for it.
Okay. These are all regular. Okay. 22.
If you want to roll just 4 in a row,
Okay.
it's got a decent amount of hit points right now.
Okay.
He hasn't been hit much, so.
Does a 16 hit?
16 is a miss.
Okay. I wanted to gauge it, so I want to play fair. I have inspiration, but I'm going to hold off on that. Okay, so third one.
You also you have a bardic inspiration too.
That's the bardic. That's what I was talking about.
You
But I
need a
didn't
better
know.
name for DM inspiration.
Okay. So that's a dirty 20, so that's 2 hits.
That's a hit. Yep.
And an 18.
18 hits as well. So 3 of the 4.
Those blast, 3 hit. 14. 7. 12.
Dang.
19 plus 14 is 23. 33. Did I get the math right?
Yeah, looks like.
So
33, yep, 33.
Smegwick, you conjure up these 4 bolts and you just fire them in rapid fire succession. The first one hits and knocks the creature. The second one, because the creature was moving a little bit further than you expected it to, the second one hits the ground. The other 2 you kind of course correct and they both hit it. You see the creature again, this blue blood is kind of dripping from its mouth. It's looking at you. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna pretty much stand where I'm at now.
Okay. The other 2.
Have we only downed one of these things?
So thus far, yeah. The other 2 have decided that spellcasting is just not worth it. Right now, so they're both going to try to nom on. Well, the first one's going to nom on Crexney because Crexney slashed it and shot it in the face.
Yeah. Dang it.
16 versus AC.
So if I have a 13 there and I have on armor, is the armor already added in there?
The armor should be already added into it.
Okay, so then no. Then I only have 14.
All right.
+1.
That's 14.
So you take 14 points of damage. And then it's going to come back with a claw. It's going to do 13 to AC. But again, because you have the +1 from Arai, that one's going to miss. So the creature kind of jumps up and it bites your shoulder, and you see it kind of rip into your shoulder a little bit. You knock it off, and it comes back with a claw, and you just bring your longsword around, and it kind of deflects the claw a little bit. The other one, it's still mad that its charm didn't work on Arai. So it's going to try Namen on Arai. Does a natural 1.
Watch out now.
It does, but actually.
And again, anyone watching the stream would have just heard my dice turn into a mimic again. It's going to try and claw you as well. Slightly better. Does a 12 hit your AC?
Does not.
So first one kind of bites, and again you just kind of smack its nose with the butt of your pike, and it comes back with a claw, and it doesn't even get the full claw. You just no down. Just brings us back at the top of the order. Reggie, what do you want to do?
Ah, jeez. Okay. What do I... Is there anything else I can do besides shooting an arrow and a vicious mockery?
Or healing.
Yeah, I do have that. I am going to use... Because I am obscenely low right now. I'm going to use Cure Wounds at level 4 on myself.
Nice.
That is 28.
So
That brings me back to 38 points of health. Just 1 point below my max.
So as Reggie is sitting there kind of bleeding out, you watch him kind of sing to himself. You watch as his wounds slowly close. And other than his outfit having a few more holes than it used to, he actually doesn't look too bad.
Ah, that's better.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Yeah, I am actually going to use a third Bardic Inspiration. And this time I'm going to give it to Owie.
Okay. So some words of wisdom from Reggie.
And that is it for my turn.
All right. That dude's dead. Arai! You are up. What are you going to do?
I'm going to further abuse this puppy. I mean, train this puppy.
Okay.
with my pike, with the pointy end of my pike.
Sit right up.
Exactly. Which only does stabbing damage, so you know, it's in for a good time. 24.
24 definitely hits.
Okay. For 11.
11. All right.
And I feel like it still doesn't get my message, so I'm gonna hit it again.
Okay.
Oh, 12.
12 misses. So as you kind of move forward, you again kind of hit it with your pike. And as you drop back, you can see the creature's now bleeding out pretty badly with, again, this very deep blue blood. As you kind of go forward again, it jumps back and just growls at you. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Apparently edit my character sheet. Hold on. There we go.
That works too.
It does. No. And I'm sorry, he would take +3, so 15. What did I say the damage was?
3 more damage.
Yeah, so 15.
Since I already put the damage in, just telling me the extra is a little easier than me having to figure out
Sorry.
how much it was before. So.
+3.
Works for me! It
Okay.
still looks bad.
Dang it.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, I'm gonna end my turn.
Owie, what you want to do?
Okay, since this guy in front of me is in direct range, I'm going to focus my electrical power and use shocking grasp.
So you guys watch as Owie starts to sparkle a little bit. And she reaches forward and tries to grab for the creature nearest to her. Make your attack roll.
Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
Well,
That's 11.
okay. You did just get a bardic inspiration.
Oh, yes.
So that's a D8. If you
Okay.
want to use that.
Let's give it a shot. Oh, that is an 8. 19.
So that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. So you guys watch as Owie reaches forward, and as she starts to go, you can watch kind of in slow motion as the creature starts to go just outside her range, and you watch her just kind of correct mid-grasp and kind of lunge forward, and she grabs it right around the scruff of the throat. How much damage?
I'm looking it up right now because let's see.
I believe it should be 2d8.
Yes,
if I
of
remember
course.
correctly.
Yes, it is. 6 points of lightning damage, and it cannot make a reaction until the start of its next turn.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, thanks to you. Thanks to my War Magic feat, when I use my action to cast a cantrip, I can make one weapon attack as a bonus action, so I'm gonna do that.
Go for it. So you guys watch, after she takes her claw away, she brings her sword around and starts to thrust it into the creature.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna hit. 16.
16. Not quite. The creature kind of dodges out of the way, and you hit the ground instead.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm using my rapier. That's a 17.
17. 17 actually does hit. That's exactly what you
Ah. Yeah. 12 points of piercing.
All right. As you pierce into the creature itself, you hear it kind of give a death rattle as you pull out your rapier, and it falls to the ground dead. All right. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope.
All right. The one the few ones of these creatures left, sees that you have now killed 2 of its friends. So it's going to try Nom on Owie. 16 versus your AC.
Nope.
And then 22 versus your AC.
This time I will, this time I will use shield as a reaction.
Okay. So the creature starts running towards you. It leaps at you, and its big teeth start kind of gnashing at you, and you kind of dodge out of the way. It lands next to you. It comes back and it starts to slash at you. You just raise your hand, and this shimmering field of energy hits, and the creature kind of impacts the shield and falls back to the ground, just baring its teeth at you. Crexney, what cool stuff do you want to do?
Oh, I'm fighting this guy. He's gonna die this time.
Okay.
All right, longsword. Come on, big number. 22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
Come on. Nope, not a big number. 8.
Okay, 8 is more than nothing. Make your second attack.
10.
10. Misses on that one. What do you want to use your bonus action for?
Oh, gone.
Ogon.
Yep.
So you watch as Crexy runs forward, swings, and she again digs into the creature pretty deep. She pulls out her blade, thrusts with it, and the creature dodges out of the way, but it dodges right into the waiting claws of Ogun. So, what's the attack roll for Ogun?
It says melee weapon attack plus 7 to hit.
Okay, so roll a d20 and add 7 to it.
19, 26.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And then how do I use my new thing that I just got, that arcane jolt?
Basically, you roll the damage and then you add on however much the jolt is.
It
it
says
a
you
D8
can choose to either deliver an extra 2d6 force damage.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah. So what's the normal damage for Force Rend? Is it a D8 plus something?
For which one?
What's the normal damage for his attack?
Oh,
I don't have your character sheet in front of me.
it's, let's see, saving force, repair. Oh, hit is 1d8 plus 4.
Okay. So the damage you're gonna do is 1d8 plus 2d6 plus 4. So.
Oh my gosh, that's so, okay.
So roll the d8 first. You can do the d8 plus 4 first.
So 1d8,
Mm-hmm.
roll to everyone, is 7,
Okay.
8, 9, 10, so it's 11, right?
11.
Plus
Yep.
4.
And then
And
go
then-
ahead and
2d6,
2d6. Yeah.
2d6 is 12.
Nice.
23.
So
I told you he would die.
Crexy moves forward and she slashes with her longsword, digs in deep. She goes back and takes another swing, and the creature jumps out of the way, jumps right into the waiting maw of Ogon, who clamps down on the creature and just kind of shakes it around, getting like blue blood splecks kind of going out. And eventually he drops, Ogon drops the mangled corpse on the ground, dead.
Good job.
Yeah, like a cat targeting its prey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
anything
look,
else you wanna do with your
Crutchney,
turn?
and look, Crutchney, it brought you a gift.
Right?
Ogon just kind of picks it up, comes over to Crexy, just drops it on the ground, and just looks at you.
Good job. That's
Anything else you want to do with your turn? Sorry.
okay, it's my turn. Next turn.
Smegwick! There's 2 left. What you want to do?
Okay. That's a little spell slots left. Okay, so 2 left. Are any of them looking rough? Or are these fresh boys?
They both seem to be fresh.
Okay. I'll just choose one, and I will do 2 Eldritch Blasts for my action. 23 on the first hit.
Definitely.
Dirty 20 on the second.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Blam. Why wait? Okay. 19 total.
19. Okay.
19 total on the damage. Then I'll use a bonus action to recover a spell point using a third level spell slot.
All right. The one creature that hasn't been hit yet kind of looks around. It looks at its dead friends, and it kind of looks at you, and you guys feel an air of magic kind of develop, and you watch as a shimmering doorway appears that it jumps into.
Counterspell.
Shimmering doorway appears that it jumps into and disappears right as it jumps into it.
Yeah.
And the one dimension door it can cast today is gone. That was its action, and it's right next to you guys. So I'm gonna say it is scared enough of you guys. It's gonna hightail it out. So
Do we get attacks of opportunity?
I will say, let's give Crexney,
Everyone.
Arai, and Aoi.
All right.
You guys can take attacks of opportunity.
18.
18
Oh,
hits.
Oh wait, that would be my
With my
reaction.
longsword? Is it my longsword?
Yes.
That would be my reaction, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so
11.
unfortunately you wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah. Damn.
So Crexney missed, but Arai, you did get your hit. So how much damage?
So 11.
11.
Death.
Okay.
Bleh.
And it kind of runs, how far does it run? Oh, it runs 60 feet. These are fast creatures. It runs 60 feet into the forest. Again, real big trees, so you can still see it, but it's 60 feet away now. Reggie, what you want to do?
Okay.
I think someone's been waiting.
Ooh, can I do? Oh, damn it! It only works on humanoids. Yeah, I would. If it didn't work on humanoids, I was gonna cast Hold Person on it and just let all of you have all the fun.
Aw.
It'll be like a Persona 3 limit break where everyone just kind of gang beats up the guy. Okay, well I can't do that. Don't really have any other spells that could work on it. Okay, I'm gonna give it one more shot. I'm gonna try Vicious Mockery on this one last creature.
Go for it.
It needs
Wisdom save, right?
Wisdom save of 16.
16 on the die for a 17.
Oh.
It's the only time I roll high.
Of course.
So again, you make some comments about its mother, something with translations. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
You know what? It's the only one left. None of you all need bardic inspiration, so I'm just gonna pass the rest of my turn. I don't really got much else anyway.
Alright! What you want to do?
I've got some sharp-looking sticks I can throw.
Go for it.
I'm gonna launch 2 javelins at him.
There's still one that's next to you guys that hasn't had a chance to flee with it.
Oh.
Yeah, only one of them was attempted to flee.
I
'cause
thought they
it's
all-
The other one. The other one's turn hasn't come up yet, so it can't flee yet.
Oh, I thought it died. Okay. Then can I
I'm just gonna
stretch
say
that and do my pike? Yep.
I just want to let you know, like, Smegwick's eyeing the one that ran away. He's just eyeing
Oh.
it. You can do what you want. This is for context.
Yeah, that's a fair point. All right, so I'm gonna throw 2 javelins because I have a feeling a 13 misses.
Okay. Yeah, 13 does miss.
22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
Okay. 12.
All right. So your first javelin, as you throw it, it goes a little bit wide and it kind of hits the ground next to it. The creature kind of turns and keeps running. You throw the second one, it flies true, hits it right in the leg. Creature's injured, but keeps on running. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Did we want to go after it? Smegwick.
Smegwick's looking at the one that ran away first. He's eyeing that one.
I'm asking Smegwick.
Oh yeah, I'm going for it. There's a chance I can get one of them.
Okay. So I'm gonna have Arai use his movement speed to start chasing after it, and then he's going to face step. So it'll be 70 feet.
You can actually get to the other side of it then.
Oh,
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
40 plus 30, you're on the other side of it. You actually teleport in front of it.
Perfect. Then my face step does something cool, and I have the wrong one put on because that says winter. Summer.
Well, while you deal with that, Owie, what do you want to do? We'll whenever she figures out what she's doing, we'll come back to her.
There's one still close by, correct?
Yepers.
I'm going to stab it twice.
Go for it.
That's not gonna hit. That's a 10.
10. Okay. So your first attack, you swing at it and it just kind of goes wide and moves out of the way. Second attack,
19.
19 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So as your first thrust at it, it kind of goes out of the way. You kind of spin around and go back, and you're able to penetrate its thick hide and fur.
9 points of piercing.
All right. Anything else you wanna-
How's it looking?
Doesn't look. It actually doesn't look too bad.
Action surge.
Go for it.
Do it!
Really? Yeah, that needs to go in jail. That's another 10.
Okay, that one misses. You guys watch as Owie gets this kind of unnatural burst of speed, and she thrusts 2 more times. The first one just barely misses.
That's much better. It is 21.
21 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage. The second one, however, seems to hit true, and it goes again into its flesh. Go ahead.
I roll max damage, 14 piercing.
Not bad at all. Creatures, you pull your rapier out. It is bleeding rather heavily. Still able to walk, but it does not look great. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope.
All right. The creature, seeing its wounds, is going to try and do the same thing that the other one did. You see this kind of shimmering doorway appear, and it jumps through it unless someone else wants to counterspell.
Unfortunately, I don't have it.
I got nothing.
So it jumps through and it's gone. You guys have no idea where it went.
Yeah,
Crexney, what do you want to do? Creature's 60 feet away.
The only one that. Yeah, I know. The only one that's far, right?
Mm-hmm. You do have that sharpshooter feat, so you're good with that crossbow.
And you can move 30.
Will my rate? Oh yeah, I guess I'll move 30 first because it's
Okay.
30 or 20, so I'll have more. I won't have disadvantage if I shoot it.
Because
your
the sharpshooter, you don't have
You won't get
disadvantage at all.
disadvantage.
Oh, well then
As
I'm
long as
using
it's
my
in range,
crossbow.
you can shoot it 3 times technically. If
Okay.
you wanna use
Well,
your
yep.
bonus
Then
action
that's
as
what
well.
I'm doing. Yep, because Ogon can't attack it anymore. So.
Go for it then.
Okay. Longbow.
Give me,
Let's go. Nope, it didn't hit that one. 3 times you said?
Yeah, 3 of them.
19? 20. It's 20.
20 definitely hits.
Okay. For 7 damage.
Okay.
And
Oh, it's right there.
11.
Okay. So you guys watch as Crexy starts moving forward, and she fires her first shot and misses just slightly. She recorrects. Second one hits the creature right in the back, and then she fires a third one. It just goes just barely shy of it. Arai on the other side, you watch as this bolt just goes kind of straight past your ear. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No.
Smegwick, what you want to do?
Alrighty, so we still got the one. He's still standing.
By the way, right? Did you figure out what you do with your step?
Yeah. So he appears in like fiery coolness and heat, and then they take fire damage equivalent to my charisma modifier. No, yeah, my charisma modifier. So for 3 points of damage.
All right. So he is now burned a little bit.
Dear.
Back to Smegwick.
See-
Sorry.
Seared Bias Bishonenness.
Okay. The one that's on that one, in case he decides to run again, I'm going to quicken spell again, but this time I am going to use a quicken spell, and I'm going to fire a ray of frost on him.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Frost it up.
Hot and cold.
Ready?
Eyes
First
dying.
shot.
You guys have just created magical icy hot.
When you have pneumonia.
8. I know that don't hit.
My Hero Academia already had that.
Okay, that's 19 on the first one.
19 does hit. Go ahead and roll the damage. And I believe that means it is their speed halved or reduced by 10?
Loses 10.
10. Cool.
And so that's 12 points of cold damage.
All right. It's looking real rough.
Okay, and then action. I'm going to shoot it again with a ray of frost again.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and use my DM inspiration you gave me. Shoot that one with advantage.
Okay.
Second shot will be an 18.
18 hits. Roll the damage.
And that one will be 8 frost damage.
All right.
And it's lost another 10 rate of movement, so it's lost 20 movement.
So as you hit it with a second ray of frost, you can see the frost is starting to build up on it. You can see kind of blue crystals of blood in various places on its body, but it's still upright. It still looks like it's ready to run.
It's
Anything else
lost
you wanna
20.
do?
It's lost 20 movement though.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'll move up 30.
Okay. It's gonna keep running. Arai, take an attack of opportunity.
Don't mind if I do. 11 probably misses.
Misses, unfortunately. So you can see it running as fast as it can, which is only 40 feet, and then it moves another 40 feet by dashing. So it's only about 80 feet away from you, Arai.
70.
Rich?
Close.
It had 60 feet.
No. You're good.
Okay.
Oh.
Reggie, you're up. What do you want to do?
Not much else I can do. I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it.
Okay. I think it's actually because it's 80 plus 60 from where you were. So that's 100.
20.
140, right? 80 and 60 is 140.
Oh, 80 and 40.
So you
move
think
up
Is it 80 and 40? 80 and 40 or 80 and 60?
Oh, 80 and 60. Sorry, 80 and 60. That'd be 140. I got the math right. I just used the wrong numbers.
Then I literally have nothing that can reach it.
Okay. Arai is 80 feet away.
Stabby. I'm gonna throw 2 javelins at him.
Go for it.
And please remind me to collect these. 26.
Definitely hits. Roll damage.
9.
Claim your kill.
Yeah.
Describe your victory.
Awesome. So I'm gonna have Arai take out another javelin, do a fancy spin with it again, and basically the same thing that he did in the very beginning with the T-Rex. He's gonna launch it, and he's gonna stab it right through the back of the neck and pin it to the ground.
Okay. So that's exactly what happens. The spin, the throw, it pins it to the ground. You hear it kind of, and this little pool of blue blood starts to.
Little bits of frost fall off it.
Yeah. So there's a pool before it. As you all kind of lick your wounds, that is where we're going to end it for tonight because it's kind of late.
Yeah.
Yep.
As always, if you enjoyed this, I do upload all these to my YouTube channels, youtube.com/trainerjody. Check them out all there. Otherwise, again, this is all from me today, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ah.